Your journey in Forex starts here. Welcome to War Room Talk, the podcast that opens the door to the world of Forex trading.
Maybe to a beginner trader.
Yeah.
The only time you think when placing a trade.
Get ready for powerful stories, insider secrets, and real-world advice to take your trading to the next level.
And fear will keep making you check your phone and your
Yeah.
pockets. Fear will keep. If you're not sure about a trade, don't take it, because that shows you have fear on that trade, or you have greed on that trade.
If you've ever wanted to dive deep into the currency market, you're in the right place.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of War Room Talk. I'm your host Ravs, and today we're joined with your favorites, Dre and Jay, and our guest today, Perenani, aka Mr. Blue Screen. Gentlemen, thank you for taking time off, sitting down with us. Mr. Blue Screen, we're going to start off with you. Just tell us a little bit about your journey, where you're from, and how you got into the Forex game.
Well, when it comes to where I'm from, I'm from Richards Bay. I grew up in Richards Bay. I actually started seeing trading from my eldest brother, one of my brothers. I mean, he was trading. Well, he was trading a demo at that time. I was asking myself, I was still in high school, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? And I also got my own demo when I was in high school, but I didn't have much interest in it. I was just watching the graphs and stuff. Well, that's what I coded at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I grew up. I came to Durban. I got an inspiration when it comes to the guys driving M4s.
Yeah. So you find that a lot, yeah? Eh?
Now you're one of those guys, huh? But you upgraded to like Porsches and
I
stuff, huh?
remember there's this other guy. Well, we're from the same township. Né?
So where exactly are you from in Richards Bay?
I'm from Esikhawini.
Esikhawini.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my home ground also.
That's great, man.
Yeah. But that place is rough, it's dangerous, huh? If you go deep in.
Depends where you go. Depends where you go. And depends what you're doing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not really. But it's just a township. It's unlike most of the townships. It's not like it's a township where they shoot you and stuff, you know.
Okay.
It's just a cool township.
It's quite built up now. I've seen a lot of warehouses and factories and malls and buildings popping up there.
Yeah. But I feel like them building the warehouses around the streets makes it to lose value.
I
Like
think so.
Very industrial.
it's not nice anymore like before.
Bro, that place busy, bro.
Yeah, base.
Yo,
Let's
no,
say there's nothing else to do besides make money.
No, he's talking
Yes.
about
Business.
Esikhawini.
Oh, it's going.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
work
that
in
place.
days.
There's like one long street, and if you look on either side, it's just businesses, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Anyway,
come-
we travel through that path there, and it's busy, bro. And I've been going there for years, and I've seen the place develop, and it's crazy. Like there should be a big market there, isn't it? That happens every
Yeah,
weekend?
flea market.
Yeah. That's my first time of actually going there, because back in the day when we used to sell, I used to have a fabric warehouse. When I was selling fabric, I used to go out to those flea markets and rep my business and sell fabric to all the guys that are making beds and lounge suites and stuff. That was my first time going into that area.
You obviously schooled in Esikhawini, am I right?
Yeah, I went to John Ross College in Richards Bay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so, and then you had to travel. Was that far to travel from home as well?
It's just like
The
an
next one.
hour. If you're
hour?
riding a bus, it's an
Okay.
hour.
Short. And then,
But if I was going with my parents or
Mhm.
it was like 30 minutes or so.
okay. And then high school as well, also same.
Yeah.
Okay.
High school was John Ross College. Primary was in Ricardia.
Ricardia.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's another school.
So while in school, did you ever had any ambition after school to go and maybe study, become a profession in a certain industry? Or was it straight into Forex?
No, but
Well-
what is your plan?
Yeah.
My plan or my father's plan was I'd become a mechanical engineer, you know.
Okay.
because I used to help my dad fix cars and stuff, So then when I got to Durban, I did mechanical.
Okay. So you studied
Yeah, I did
at
study.
which university? Or
No,
which-
I didn't go. I went to a college.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
went to a college. And in the process of being in a college, well, I wasn't that good with school, you
Okay.
know. I used to pass my maths, but science.
Yeah. Yeah. Physics. Yeah.
Science
Keep
was
rewriting
bad.
modules.
Yeah. I'd be good in my mechanical science, but when it comes to other things, it would be bad. Then it went on. I got frustrated, but I was also drawing inspiration. There was a night where I was just going through YouTube, going through like Google and stuff.
Mm.
And I saw people selling courses. Hey, man. I was looking at some people driving Lambos,
Ish.
and I was asking myself, why can't I just do this,
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what happened was I'm a preacher, ne?
Okay.
So since I'm a preacher, I grew a desire of going out into rural areas to preach and stuff. So in my ministry, I didn't have people who were going to fund me. So I took Forex as an option to start investing into my ministry.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was going to be a smooth ride.
Yeah. Everyone thinks they can be a millionaire overnight.
As I mentioned that there's this other guy from the same township. I'm sure you guys know him, Ashley Hesterbia.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Go Forex. Yeah.
Okay.
He used to drive a M4, and I'd see that guy driving an M4.
I
and
heard
I'd say,
about Go Forex before.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'd say, it'll be me one day.
Yeah.
That's where I drew more of my inspiration from, because even if you see like my car brandings and stuff,
Okay.
well, it's similar to their placing of logo on the side, how they place the logo on the
Yes.
side of the car.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I drew most of my inspiration from. So then I started learning Forex then.
Before you go there,
Mm.
you say you went to a college to study mechanical.
Yeah.
Did you complete?
No, I didn't.
So you was
complete.
like,
I,
you know what?
I only finished my N5.
Right.
Yeah, then I
And then what did your dad have to say about that? Obviously, you said you wanted you to become a mechanical. Hey?
it was something else because I had already started trading.
Okay.
Oh, so you were trading before?
Yeah, I had
Okay,
already
right.
started trading at that time, and at the same time I was in Bible college.
Okay.
So I was doing a lot of things at the same time.
Mhm.
And when I went back home, my father was thinking maybe I'm stealing cars in Durban or something.
Oh, shucks.
Get back on my money.
Yeah. But with time,
Yeah.
with time, because it took me like a year and a half to get my first car, which is a Audi A3. It was
Nice.
a
Yeah.
Audi A3 sedan. And my dad was asking me, "Where are you getting this money from?" Because you're not
Yeah.
working.
You're students.
Yeah, you're students.
Yeah.
But I had dropped out already from school.
Okay.
Because when I did my N5, I just left and I continued with Bible college.
Okay.
I remember there was a time when I was in Bible college, I was holding GBP USD. I remember.
Yeah.
I dreamt of the trade while I was sleeping in class.
And you took the trade.
I was holding the trade.
Mm.
Then I dreamt of the trade going up and I was selling.
You started panicking.
When I woke up, I was on a big loss. I was on a big loss.
Yeah.
So as I grew in Bible college and I grew in ministry, I had a bigger demand of more cash flow,
Okay.
because only my family was supporting me when it comes to ministry, because I used to go to places like Hluhluwe, Josini,
Okay.
I'm not sure what do you call Mhlabialingana. The earth is equal.
I've never heard of that
Yeah.
place, man. I've never heard of it.
Yeah. I used to go to places like that to just preach and share the gospel and give out gifts and all of those things.
That's very nice.
So that's how I I actually started trading.
Okay.
And that's what drew me closer and closer because I needed more money to do that.
Also, it wasn't about you making money to buy your material, your cars, your houses, whatever. It was just about
It
giving back.
was at first.
Yeah.
It was at first. But you know, sometimes when you are in something, your passion draws you closer to it instead of your selfish desires.
Sure. Yeah.
You know? Then your passion ends up driving you.
Yes.
And to the point, sometimes you want to put a hold to it, but it keeps on drawing you deeper and deeper, you know, and you end up wanting to create a bigger desire to keep on
Make
pumping
more, yeah.
everything, you know, into that. So basically, that's how it started. Then I remember there was a time where I withdrew my first 100K. When
Okay.
I withdrew my first 100K, I was the first one to come to the mall. Like I woke up at 6 a.m. I took an
Yeah. Waiting outside the door, waiting to open.
I remember it reflected in the middle of the night. It was before 1 a.m. Woke up in the morning. I took an Uber. I got dressed at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, which shop opens at 6?
Yeah.
And I remember that the first shop that opened was a watch shop. And I said to myself, let me just spoil myself. And they opened around quarter to nine.
Yeah.
And I stayed for about 2 hours and a half.
Yeah.
Just walking around with closed
They're doing
shops
window
around.
shopping.
Yeah. It's not necessarily window shopping because the shops were closed.
Oh, they had the, they had the
rails were
gates.
closed,
Yeah.
So it's like I was walking around deciding which shop am I going to go into.
Yeah.
Then first shop that opened was a watch shop. I'm not sure what the name of the shop was, but it was in Springfield.
Okay.
I got my first diesel watch.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I like fashion, guys. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Been
So
noticed in your posts.
Let's check out his Instagram. Yeah.
so that's how I started spoiling myself. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then from there, it was one thing after the other, you know. I shopped the whole day and I went back home. Then I started to think, I need to fund again.
Yeah. You spent all your money.
Needs to go hard, bigger.
I need to fund again. But through the excitement and the joy of starting trading, it wasn't easy at first. It wasn't easy at first. And with my brother's support, my brother, he played a very big role in my life when it comes to mental support, when it comes to building myself towards my trading
Psychology,
career.
whatever.
Yeah, psychology and everything.
Does your brother work with you right now?
Yeah, he works with me full time.
Have you met him? Because I know the last time you came here, was he part of the guys?
No, he wasn't around.
Okay.
He wasn't around.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 4 elder brothers.
Yo.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's 5 of us.
So all of you are doing this thing together?
There's only one of us is not trading.
Not trading.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's because of his condition. He's disabled.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, but he's a very good-hearted person, willing to assist in everything.
Yeah.
You know,
That's good.
but all of us actually trade. While some of them work full time, then some of us don't work at all. But
Yeah.
there's only 2 that work and 2 don't work. You know,
Okay.
but we full-time traders.
So you say your brother, you took a lot of inspiration from him. How did he learn how to become a forex trader? Because you said at the beginning that he was trading and you learned from him. Where did he go and buy courses or did he just learn?
Well, I was young when he started trading, you know. I didn't know much about trading. I didn't even know what he was doing at that point. I was in high school. Like grade 9, grade 10. I opened a demo while he was trading. I asked him when I was in college, bro, can you please teach me how to trade? He said no.
Why?
That was his first response.
Yeah.
He wanted to see how serious I was.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I started watching him, him put those trend lines, I kept on asking him, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" And then he told me, up until he stopped trading in front of me.
Why?
Okay.
Asking too many questions.
I think he wanted to protect me. He didn't want me to become a trader.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I
That's
don't
very
know.
interesting.
I don't know. But when I grew up, I can say I understood the place he was coming from, because I think he was making a lot of losses at a certain point.
Okay.
Oh.
He was making a lot
He
of
was hiding
losses.
the dark
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
dark
he
side of
didn't
Forex.
want me to fall into the same trap, because I think he felt like he was getting more addicted to,
Chasing trades.
Yeah.
So every time you lose,
Yeah.
obviously you want to get back in.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
But I've witnessed his growth over the years. The funny thing is, I became more successful than him.
Yeah.
Then he followed after. As much as I was learning things from him, and I was viewing things, how to accept losses, how to just relax after making a loss and don't go back and trade, and stop being impulsive when it comes to taking trades.
So you think it was a mindset thing?
Yeah, yeah.
So your
He helped me a lot with the mindset part of things, because even when I went for the cause, I had already placed my mind.
Yeah.
I did take a course actually.
Okay. And how long are you in the Forex industry?
I've been trading for 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
So in like 7 years now, so a big part of trading is psychology. How would you advise somebody, new trader, old trader, about psychology? How would you advise them if they're going through like a slump to come out of it, something like that?
Okay. Firstly, I'd like to say, maybe to a beginner trader.
Yeah.
The only time you think when placing a trade is when you are back testing a strategy. You backtest. When you are solid on a strategy, don't think too much.
Okay.
Don't think too much, because now you know what the market's gonna play out after that.
Could have faith in your strategy. Can't doubt.
But you have to start with small lot sizes to grow your confidence.
Yes.
Small lot 0.01 is still fine as a beginner. You have to grow your confidence up until maybe you reach your 0.20s, your 0.50s.
Yeah.
But step by step. When you gain confidence, that's when you increase the lot size.
Sure.
Because the tricky part is, let's just say out of 10 trades, you're still losing 7 trades. You can't increase your lot size.
Yep.
You can't increase your lot size, because you are against greed and fear at the end of the day. Your greed will say, okay, increase lot size, and fear will keep making you check your phone and your pockets. Fear will keep. If you're not sure about a trade, don't take it, because that shows you have fear on that trade, or you have greed on that trade.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah. So if you place a trade now as a beginner and you keep on checking your phone, that means you over risked.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Mm.
But then how does someone overcome that?
Smaller
Small lot sizes.
The smaller lot size.
Yeah, small lot size, and you grow step
Yeah.
by step, step by step, step by step.
Like if you put a 0.01, are you gonna check your phone?
No.
Exactly.
I mean,
0.01
I'll let
is
it
not gonna
run.
buy you the
Buy and
4-5
sleep.
You're not gonna buy the Lambo that you want.
Hey, dude, with that US 30 cells today, you could have put a 0.01.
It might,
never know.
Well, it might not buy the Lambo now,
Yeah.
but after the growth that comes with investing in the knowledge and the practice and all of that,
Yeah.
it will buy the Lambo.
100%.
Once the numbers make sense.
100%. And then in your 7 years, I'll keep coming back to this. How long into your trading career or your plan did you start becoming profitable?
I think as I mentioned, it was after 9 months because
Okay.
I had guys that I was trading with at that point. You know, there's guys that I went to the same class with. We were sharing setups and stuff. And I remember I posted on the group that this year I'm buying an RS3, and my mentor said, "You can't do that." He was challenging me,
Right.
not that
Yeah.
he was jealous or anything.
Yes.
He was challenging me. He said, "I bet you won't be able to do that." Well, I got an A3.
Close enough.
Not bad.
Close
Not bad,
enough,
not
yeah.
bad. Yeah.
A win is a win, huh?
But I guess it's also important to have people around you doing the same thing with the same goal. So,
Yeah.
Jay and Dre, Mo, Akil,
Yeah.
myself, Pumlani as well. Don't forget him.
Yeah.
So we always like Jay will always send something on like Instagram, something motivating, or be like, hey,
Yeah.
this car or this house or this holiday. I think it just also motivates when you have people around you with the same goals. I don't know, on your side, was it like that? Or did you have people around you also were like, I want to be better?
With me, I started with these guys that I was telling you about just now. Then we separated. Yeah? Then I started trading with my biological brothers. And we started dreaming together. We started envisioning things together. We started like wanting to go out together. We spent a lot of time together. We actually trust each other more around ourselves than outside people. So I hope you understand that.
No.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah.
You know. So even now we spend a lot of time together.
Yeah.
So we trade together. We even have outside friends who have become my brothers, who
Right.
chill with me and my brothers, and we still trade together. Even till today, I have a team that I work with, and we trade at the office together every day,
You trade, yeah.
every single day. We trade together. So that's how I grew in like trading with my brothers, sharing the information. If he knows something and I know something, we can maybe put something together. And
You don't find it a bit difficult sometimes? Like it's hard for me to trade with other people. Like if you're looking at a setup, you're gonna enter a buy, and then the other guy is saying no, it's gonna sell.
Hey, this happens.
And you take a buy trade, and that
happens.
person just takes a sell trade for the sake of taking a sell trade. How do you?
thing is, I'm the one who's dominant in decision making, as much
okay.
as I'm the youngest.
Okay, so you say we're selling
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
currency pair,
this is what we
everybody-
do.
Right. Okay.
Jay gets under pressure.
Yeah, hey, trading with people is hard, especially in news events. News events are the worst to trade with other people. It's hard, bro.
It's hard.
Yeah, because it's high stakes. You're loading big amounts and you're getting full margin. But day trading, it's a bit more manageable.
Yeah, but sometimes Jay, like for example, Jay will be telling me, "Hey, bro, gold is gonna sell ya," and then I'm telling bro, "Why?
Yeah,
What you mean it's gonna
Yeah.
sell you? It's not gonna sell you." And then he just says,
bro,
"Oh,
I start stressing.
he's stressing."
Yo, and Dre will do that every single time. Robert, hey, no, bro.
Yeah, Jay's not stressing me.
Me, it's basically just I just want to know why.
He has to give
Pick your
reasons
brains.
why.
Pick your brain. I want to
give you
know why.
reasons.
Tell
I
me
give
why.
you reasons, but Dre'll be like, bro, this thing is in a buy from here. And I'm saying, bro, we're selling, but he's like, no, bro, from this level here, it's in a buy. And he'll crack a buy.
In front of you. And you have what? There's what, 4 brothers. So all of them are sitting there doing their own analysis. Or you guys are sitting you're sitting on
well,
one
4 of us trade.
4 of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 4.
Yeah,
Right.
4 of us trade. So it's actually 5 of us, but
4
4
of
of
your
us
trade,
trade.
yes.
We don't trade every day together because some are at work.
Busy.
But we do have a group where we like share
Talk.
signals and
Yeah.
share setups and all of that. Yeah.
That's pretty cool,
I can
man.
relate to that. That's how we started.
Yeah.
War Room started as a small WhatsApp group with just a few friends.
Just sharing ideas, signals, setups.
And now look at where we are. Podcast.
Podcasts.
Everything is destined to grow, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter whether good or bad, it's destined to grow.
100%.
Yeah.
So going through your journey, you started trading, you learned the craft. What was your next step from there? What was your vision at that point in life?
After learning trading, everyone wants to have a nice car, everyone wants to
Yeah.
have a nice house, everyone wants to have a stable family, but for me, all I wanted was a family. A family that I wanted to take my kids with a V class to school.
You're a V
I
class.
I wanted to take my kids with a Lambo to school.
Yeah.
I had that picture in my mind.
Yeah.
And
How many kids do you have?
I have two.
Two.
Nice.
How long you married now?
He needs to calculate.
1 year. One year.
okay.
Yeah. 1 year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm married to a person who I was dating for years.
Okay.
Years, yeah. We've been dating since 2019, if not 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've been together for years.
Yeah.
She knows my ups and downs. Yeah.
She will teach you how to trade as well.
She does trade.
Yeah.
She does trade. But not full time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is any who's a better trader? Because I know Jay and his wife.
Yeah, we
trade.
You trade?
Yeah, I trade. She trades. She trades live with a lot of people. You said you saw on TikTok. She does a lot of live trading with only female forex traders. So she has a female forex trading brand within FX War Room. So whatever female traders that are coming into FX War Room, she takes them
Okay.
and she trades.
So he
live
does
with
his
them.
own stuff. She does her own stuff, and just trying to figure out who's a better trader.
Yeah. She likes to rub it in our faces, Even when every time she does a good trade, she like makes sure she phones Dre. She says,
Seriously?
yeah, she's like, you saw that trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
She rubs it in, bro.
But I guess it's also good as well.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't know, but you two can basically relate to this. That having competition between you two is good in a way.
Yeah.
But then, is there ever a downside to it?
I don't think there's a downside, especially if your partner is trading or understands forex trading. It's important because if you're in a relationship, everybody knows that forex trading takes up a lot of time. It's very
Yes.
stressful. It's very
Yeah.
emotional. So if you're having a bad trade or you lose a lot of money, or even if you're stuck in a bad trade and you're glued to your phone and you're monitoring your trade and they can understand.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that stress does come home. Like if you're stuck in a bad trade and then you're at home, it affects the morale in the house. bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids can't just play with you. No one can speak to you.
You're upset now. You're
Yeah,
like,
but now because she's a trader, she understands.
Right.
Because it goes both ways. When she's in a bad trade, then I understand.
Right.
Like for me, I stopped trading at home for the same reason. Emotions get a bit hectic, but she trades at home because she's a
at
school
home.
teacher,
Yeah.
and then after school she trades.
Okay.
So when she's trading at home, I definitely don't trade. I don't even look at the charts.
Right.
Yeah, so
But
just
what
let
do
her
you
do her
do-
thing.
But what do you do when you made let's just say you made 300K for the day?
For the day,
I make
word.
300K for the day.
Okay, let's just say you made 90K for the day.
Right.
eh? Like, do you become overexcited when you get home?
Yeah, bro, you gotta celebrate your wins. The feeling doesn't last long, so you gotta take a mental note and remember that moment. Because I always believe that win that you had, or that time you had a good trade or a big trade, you gotta remember that moment for when you're going through your bad trade. Because when you're going through your bad trade, it feels worse, and it lasts much longer.
Yeah.
So at those times you feel like giving up.
Yeah.
And every time you feel like giving up, you need to remember that moment when you were celebrating your win. Like I have specific trades that I always think about, that motivates me and say, okay, it's fine, you took this loss, but remember that time you had that win. Let's try and replicate that win.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me going, and that helped me be okay with my losses, because I had some bad losses, bro. Like he knows, I used to trade live.
Yeah.
I used to take big losses, lose 100,000, 50,000 in front of everybody
Yeah.
in like 1 minute, just gone.
But how do you guys, now I'm the one interviewing.
yeah.
How do you guys deal with your losses?
So I answered how I deal with my loss. I remember about my wins. How do you deal with your losses?
Let's go with Dre.
Yeah.
vocabulary gets a little bit
Yeah. Just beep, beep.
But honestly speaking, bro, after a time, like when you first begin your trading journey, I think all of us had that point where as soon as our account blows, you'll fund another account. And you'll blow that account, and then it'll happen 5 or 6 times before you actually sit back and realize, hey, I just funded my account 6 times and I blew all 6 accounts, and then you realize how much you actually lost. I think
Yeah.
I think realizing, once you realize how to control your emotions in a trade, it helps you a lot because honestly, if you did take a trade and it did not work out, you have to hold yourself accountable because you obviously
Took the
doing
trade.
the analysis. If it's not actually working out correctly, or you're just jumping into the market at any point, you're looking at something wrong. So I think first you have to have that accountability, hold yourself accountable for the mistake that you made, and also remember at the same time, I need to take a step back, because if I jump back in now, this is going to happen again, and this feeling is going to be 2 times worse. If I blow 3 accounts, it's going to be 3 times worse. So it also creates a difficulty for you having to recoup that loss before you get into profits again.
100%.
So you're not helping yourself out because instead of blowing the 1 account, you end up blowing 5, and then now you need to recover 5 solid trades or 4 solid trades to
Cover up your loss.
cover up your
Yeah.
loss and be back in the profits.
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So yeah, basically just taking a step back, and I think I'd rather go sleep for that day. Get back on the task,
Yeah.
have a fresh mindset, fresh new analysis, and
Yeah.
at the market, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of people go through the thing of revenge trading.
Oof, it's bad, bro.
Plus,
It's a downhill spiral, bro. We all went through it.
Hey,
It's
yeah,
bad, bro. It makes the situation worse. I'm getting like PTSD thinking because,
Yeah.
bro, you can really lose a lot of money. This shit, if you don't respect it, it'll bankrupt you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some people borrow money to trade.
yeah, and the
And
problem,
this shit will bankrupt you, bro.
and the problem is if your mindset, when you're jumping onto the market and your mindset is not correct, what will happen is, I don't know if any of you guys experience this, but personally I have, where as soon as you blow an account, you're not thinking, you're instantly going back to fund that account. And you're jumping on the exact same trade that never worked out. You're jumping on it again and you're blowing that account. And you get stuck into like you get, I don't know how to explain, hypnotized.
Yeah.
Where you're just chasing and chasing and chasing. And when you finally do step back and realize, hey,
What's
what
going
is
on?
happening
Yeah.
here? It's too late.
It's too late.
Blew 10,000 rand accounts and you stay 100K down.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
And then you suddenly you
you're right what you're saying. You get like hypnotized. It's like in that moment you can't think, bro. You just fun.
yeah,
and you
because it's
fucking
emotions,
load,
Yeah, dude.
the thing goes into profits, decent profits that you could have closed, but you're holding because you know you
You
took a
want,
few losses
yeah.
before that.
Yeah.
It'll blow you again. Like see today, like when US study sold like that. You know how many people probably blew their accounts?
100%.
Every level they're
100%.
buying, every level they're buying, bro. And those revenge traders, they probably lost a lot. Every key level they're buying, they're blowing. It's going into profits,
But they're holding.
small retracement down again. Going into profit, small retracement down again. They're blowing account after account after account.
That's crazy.
It's dangerous, bro.
I went into that. So Jay obviously, everyone knows this. Jay was my mentor, and I used to come to Jay multiple times saying, "Hey, I need a new strategy. I need a new strategy." Because as Jay was saying, you fund the account, you blow the account. You fund the account, you blow account, and then you go through a slump where you have a bad week or a bad month. And at that time, I was still new to trading. I was like, "Hey, what's going on here?" What Jay taught me is nonsense. So I'll come to Jay. I'm like, "Jay, this is not working out. Let's teach me something else." He'll teach me something else. It'll work for, maybe let's say 2 weeks. Back in it. Take a loss. And then what worked for me was I was a 1 trade a day, 1 position. So Jay, obviously, he's a different type of trader where he opens multiple positions. For me, it's 1 trade a day, 1 position. If I lose a trade, I don't go back in the market. Come back the next day. So for me, that has been working. And as you said earlier, you said lot sizes. I reduced the lot sizes. So as you said, if you open like a 0.01, for instance, you forget about it. You just forget about it because, like, if you were trading a cents account, and a lot of students trade cents account, you'll leave a cents account to run even for days.
Yeah.
But if you're trading a pro account and you're just holding that trade, you're checking your phone all the time. So for me, it was just about trusting analysis, reducing the lot sizes, and set your TP, set your stop loss, and come back. Obviously, you're going to check once a while. Yeah, it's like 10 pips away from TP. I just close the trade. I'd rather lose 50 Rand here or 100 Rand here, but take profit than actually it reversing and then knock me out of stop loss. So I think everyone has to figure out their own way of trading, what works for them the most.
Develop a trading style.
Yeah.
Develop a trading style.
With advanced trading, it doesn't only set you back in terms of finances and you're putting yourself deeper in losses. What it
Mentally.
also does is it damages your psychology to a point where
Yeah.
when you eventually realize how much you lost consecutively, trade after trade after trade, events trading, it gets to a point where when you do actually jump back onto the charts and you go into a little bit of profit, you want to close it because
Close
you're
it
scared
straight.
it's gonna go down.
100%.
Yeah.
So it messes you up.
Psychologically.
And probably you're doing the right thing. You probably entered the right trade. And because your psychology is so bad that you're unable to hold a trade now, you're closing it, it's actually going to where your TP was.
Yeah. You're closing in like 300 pips profit. Is
You can't hold the trade.
You get traumatized. We all spoke about how we deal with our losses. How do you deal with your losses?
I'll take a break.
You take a break.
Yeah, I learned it from a loss that I made years ago.
So that was your biggest loss. What was your biggest? Tell us about
So,
your biggest.
so tell us the full story about you showed us a few screenshots. So give the viewers a rundown of what actually happened.
Well,
and send us the screenshots. We'll
Yeah.
put it up over
We
here.
can have the screenshot
So-
up here, so the
So
guys
we know we can show the viewers that it's a true thing.
it's not just screenshot. There's also videos.
Okay.
Okay.
Of the whole thing. There was a time when I was staying in North Beach. Yeah. So when I was staying in North Beach, what happened was I was growing my accounts like from since I started trading. I was making losses when I started. Then
Right.
when I was gaining that profit,
started compounding it.
Yeah. Then I started withdrawing, and as I mentioned, that I withdrew 100K from the same account.
Okay.
Then I pushed the account from $80. Ne? Account grew to $2,000.
Well, yeah.
After $2,000, it grew up to $80,000. And after that, it went up to 150,000.
But you were saying it happened over a 2-year period.
Yeah, it was
Compounding.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and yeah, it was a 2-year period. And the funny part, when I wanted to move out, because I was renting where I was staying, when I wanted to move out and get my own place, I lost a lot of money. I started making a loss of $94,000.
What?
I remember I was dating another
people don't realize that's like 2 million rand loss or 1.5 million rand loss.
over
Yeah,
2
just-
days.
just-
Over 2 days.
You lost $95,000 in 2 days. What?
And I had another girlfriend who was staying in Joburg at that time. The funny thing is, she was praying with me when I had the stress. I had a lot of stress, man.
I can imagine.
I had a lot of stress. Then I decided, hey, let me just use what is left to just chuck it into something. Then I got a place in Mhlanga. That was my first place in Mhlanga.
Nice.
I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't even buy myself food for my first 2 months because I couldn't trade because my mind wasn't stable.
Psychology, yeah.
I took about 3 months. I took about 3 months off trading because of the stress that I had. You can't grow in accounts from a low amount, and only to find that I only had like 80 something dollars.
And you did that over a 2-year period, so
Yeah.
All your hard work went away in
It went
2
away,
days.
man.
And
I felt like
living
all
off
my
that account. You're living off that account.
yeah.
Because you're scaling it up, withdrawing, scaling it up.
Yeah.
what people don't realize is that they always think if you go and fund a big account or you have a big account, it's impossible to blow it. It's not, because if you're going with targeting bigger profits and bigger lots,
Yes.
100,000 an account, if you're trading on big lots, I'll give you an example. If I open a 10 lot on US 30, or on a standard account, it's a 0.10 lot.
Right.
For 100K, that is a big lot size. You're either going to make big profit or you're going to get blown quick.
100,000.
So
yeah.
it just,
It was hectic, man. It was hectic.
So how do you bounce back from something like that?
You sleep the whole day.
Yo.
But I spent a lot of time with the person that I was with at that time. Well, my wife was my side chick at that time. So.
See, it's not that type of podcast, right?
Yeah, I used to spend time with her. She was helping me out with everything, you know. And
Yeah.
I hope your wife doesn't watch this, huh?
nah, she knows.
Oh, she knows.
Yeah, she knows.
you have that. I don't know if you experienced that worst feeling where after you blow a massive account, as you said, you go to sleep. You are right. And when you wake up and realize it's not a dream and your heart starts beating very fast
And you don't sleep.
That stomach is turning. everything.
worse
Oh.
and
You
twisting.
wake up at 3 a.m. Maybe you just want to use the loo. And you come back, oh, I lost.
Hey, big money.
And you don't sleep from 3 a.m. to 6 or 7. And maybe you sleep an hour after maybe like 7. You wake up around 7:30 or 9. Then your day has to continue. And you're busy thinking, yo, I lost a lot of money.
You're fighting demons, huh?
Crazy.
I
Crazy.
lost
It's
a
a
lot.
reality, though.
But one of the things I learned on dealing with losses, just relax, accept that you lost. Because another thing, it should be guidance to you that, okay, you made a loss. I shouldn't make the same mistake as the mistake that I made. Yeah? A lot of people take a loss as a burden and they carry it around and they don't take it as a mentor that will guide them into becoming a better trader.
Yes.
A loss should guide you, and a loss should make you to refer back, what did I do wrong?
Well, speaking about this and students and mentoring and stuff, you don't get a lot of messages. Well, I do. That people, message you in a panic and they're like, I need to make this money. I'm down to my last 10 grand. I'm 100K down. In fact, one guy messaged me today and he was like, I'm 47K down and Jay, I need your help and please help me make this money back. And how do you deal with people like that?
When it comes to services, what I do now, if a person comes to me with that perspective, I interview them
Okay.
to avoid a bad reputation. Because a person might think he's having bad luck, but it's just the Forex market. Let's just say it happens that he starts copy trading and he puts that last 10K. He puts that, then we have a bad day. Maybe even on our first day, we have a bad day. Then he feels like his life is over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I have to make an interview of the person.
Yes.
They'll go through the T&Cs and they'll also sign a contract. Like everyone on copy trading signs a contract. So that's what I do basically. But when it comes to a person that comes with that mentality, I avoid them because those are bad clients.
Yeah. Desperate clients.
Yeah. Desperate clients are bad clients. They're
Put a lot of pressure.
they're gonna affect your mental state and it will affect your trading.
They're gonna blame you. If things go wrong, they're gonna blame you.
Another thing that people don't look into, they just look into so and so is not a good trader, so and so is a good trader. You don't know what kind of demons that person is facing. What kind of challenges that person is facing, because a client might come now and say, hey, I want to join your services. They join the services. It goes well on the first day. It goes well on the second day. It goes well on the third day. They withdraw all the funds that they made profit of. Then maybe they leave the initial amount. Then you maybe make a loss of 2,000 from that initial amount. Then they forget that they made profits.
100%.
people are different, man. People
Mm.
are very different. Then a person starts to bang you. You can't be making a loss. That means you can't trade.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You get clients like that.
It's
Yeah,
people
you
that
do.
it's people. The worst clients I feel is people that don't understand the industry and don't understand exactly what forex is. Like when we're trading personally, when we jump into a trade, we're exposing ourselves to the exact same risks. But we understand the risks. If you understand the risk behind forex, you shouldn't have a problem. But it's the guys that want to come and think now we understand trading, but think you're so professional that you don't take losses.
You don't take
100%
losses.
win rate.
There's no such thing as that. You can be the best trader, but there's no such thing as you're not going to take a loss.
Even a strategy is not 100%.
100%.
A lot of people, a lot of new guys, I know with the Holy Grail strategy, everyone thinks it's 100% win rate. When you're doing back testing with them, one bad trade.
They're like,
You know,
thing
it
don't
doesn't
work.
work. So
How do you-
how do you spot the fake?
yeah,
out?
how do you
I'm like,
spot the thing?
"Oh."
'Cause that's the main thing.
And then I'll just tell them, you know what? And you burst the bubble there, and then you just burst everyone's bubble. I'll be like, it's not 100% winning strategy.
Yeah.
And you hear everyone just go quiet. They're like, oh,
Yeah, there's no strategy.
there's no.
They don't realize.
There's no strategy.
And I don't think there's somebody out there with a. With
If there was a
100%
100% strategy
thing.
for forex out there,
Yeah.
everyone would be millionaires.
Yes.
Yeah.
Forex would be easy.
There'll be no forex, bro.
the
The market's
exactly.
The market will be
down,
up, yeah.
up.
Because at the end of the day, they want to make money off us.
Yeah.
And we want to make money off them.
That's how forex
100%.
works.
It's business.
Yeah, the charts have to go up and down, bro. Charts have to go up and down.
And we're going up against some of the smartest people in the world. Like when we're trading on our phones or PCs, there's
Yeah.
people that are actually trading millions of dollars there that are super smart. So you're going against some intelligent people, you know what I mean?
They're not sitting on their phones, bro. opening up million rand. All
They're not on their phones.
They got big screens up. They're looking at multiple
There's no
screens.
candlesticks and all of those things, bro. It's just orders, prices, orders.
We spoke about your biggest loss. What was your biggest win?
Yeah.
It depends whether you're saying like off one trade or.
Of one trade.
Yeah, just one.
So let's
Yeah.
talk about one
In
trade.
most
Let's
places.
also
I,
talk
th-
about.
I think I can talk about what I made today. In the
Okay.
morning. I was trading gold. I sold gold early in the morning. I made like 70K and 74K and I closed.
I saw that video.
That's fire, bro.
The one where you said, what kind? And
Yeah, but
what kind?
and
Check-
over a long
checking.
period of time.
It was like 77K.
yeah.
Yeah.
And over a long
I only
period
closed
of time.
74 though. Huh?
You saying, and over a long period of time, what was your biggest win? Account size, if I could say.
I still can say that was my biggest account.
Okay.
After that, my psychology or
Or the
my-
$100,000 account.
my mental health when it comes to closing profits.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want to expose your personal so much of your personal money into the market at one
Yeah.
time. Like, you know,
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
My mental strength went down after that those big losses that I took then.
Then yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's only a matter of making that 40K, that 30K, that 10K.
All adds up.
50K.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, and you just withdraw.
I think I'm the similar way now. Like before, I used to trade big, full margin 100K accounts and stuff, bro. He's my witness. This guy's my witness. 'Cause he was there back in the day when I first started and I had no fear.
It was the worst thing because I just started as his student. I think I was 2 months in, and he called us into his office. And he's like, "We're gonna trade this live." He's my mentor. Whatever he does, I'm gonna do. We're sitting there, and we're all live. Market is moving. I think he opened 5 minutes before the news event. His account blows. I think it was
Before the news event.
before the news event, his
I was
account
entering
blew.
buys, I think, on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
And NASDAQ was a buy for the actual news, for that NFP or something. But literally like 1 minute or 30 seconds before the news event, it just started. dropping all the lots, and the account started blowing.
And then it bought.
Yeah.
Hey, that's sad, bro.
And we were scared because
That
I'm
is
sitting there, I'm
sad,
seeing my
bro.
mentor's account blow. I'm looking at my account is showing red.
I had
But
two
hey,
accounts that
you had two accounts in, yeah.
I blew more than I blew what 90 something.
90,
One
wow.
account 50k,
Yeah.
one account 40k. My wife was sitting next to me. I'm trading one laptop. I blew my 50k. I jumped onto her laptop.
Yeah.
I think went into profits. When we went to close all positions, I moved
Locked
the
them.
mouse. By the time I went back with the mouse to go right click close all positions on the laptop,
There's a
Pull
whoop.
back.
pull back.
There's a big whoop.
So we lost both accounts. Remember, everybody just left. My wife just jumped in the car and left. Everybody was angry. at me.
Everyone's quiet. One guy brought McDonald's too. He left his nuggets and he left.
The manager from McDonald's was there trading with us. One guy drove from Durban and he came and traded with us.
Yeah, it happens.
I'm just reminded from your question. I'm just reminded before I got the M2, I made like 400k in 2 days.
What?
That's a good trade, bro.
Yeah, and I think I was doing mentorship at that time, and I decided, hey, after this session, I'm going for the M2. I always wanted the M2.
Yeah.
I saw that white,
Yeah, the white
M2.
one.
The white one.
I saw the picture.
Nice.
Then
Fire.
I went for the M2.
Nice.
Following day, I came with the M2 for mentorship.
Yeah. That's a big flex.
Well done. That's our
Ah,
accomplishment.
well done.
Well
man.
done. Well
Yeah,
done.
that's amazing, man. So,
While we're talking about cars,
oh, okay.
where's my box shape? What's the story with the box shape, bro?
You know what? You know me,
know-
right? I love
The
Beamers.
seat that is
Yeah.
A die-hard BMW fan.
Right.
I noticed M2 box. The other day you pulled up the i8.
With the i8, yeah.
Beautiful.
I was gonna come with the
Beautiful
i8 actually,
Yeah.
and I decided the road is bad at night.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
So, all BMW
So what's happening with the
fans,
box?
No, you can come for the box.
Yeah.
But my
So it's
wife,
confirmed now on record.
my,
huh?
my no,
on record.
I'm still saying my wife is against my decision.
Bro,
Reason-
it's going, I'm your brother. I'm not gonna
You
sell
can
it.
come have a look at it.
Yeah.
Polish it for you. You can sign it.
Your wife wants to drive you, can pick it up whenever you're gonna pick it up. What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine.
Remember, he's buying this for it's a company car.
Yeah.
So he's gonna,
thing
gonna
is,
put a-
thing is with me,
yeah.
I just went into the business of hiring out cars. So
Okay.
there's a guy that wants to shoot a music video on Saturday. So
Yeah, you can always hire it out, even if I own
yeah,
it. But we're good. You're shaking on this.
I know it's fine.
Ah, there we go.
Well done. We're getting an E30 box for everyone.
Yes.
He's convincing me by force.
We'll cut that part
The
out.
other day, I phoned him at like 11 at night, bro. He's like, why are you phoning me so late? I'm like, bro, the car.
And I'm sleeping at that time.
This guy's the worst guy. This guy doesn't sleep. If he wants something at 12 o'clock, he'll phone you.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
right
but
now,
but the car is still in good condition.
Oh, yeah, bro. I
That's
love
good,
it.
man. Yeah, you
I got an E36. Now we're going to have the E30.
Another person you can negotiate with in price, you can get it for 60 from him.
Who?
It's a ish.
We will totally off topic. Yeah, we'll talk after.
We'll talk after.
No, but I want your one. And then if you need to get a second one, Dre will get the second one.
There's a yellow one.
A yellow one.
Hey, you guys like BMs, eh?
die-hard, boss.
I know you are.
Die-hard.
Yeah. Okay, we'll cut that.
We'll talk afterwards. But coming back to you now, you coming towards where you are now. What is your plan? What is your future goals? And what are you currently doing?
Well, firstly, when it comes to trading, I just want to focus on trading. I want to groom my son as well to trade, and I want him to run the company.
Okay,
Retire young.
Yeah, when I retire, I want him to run the company. But my biggest aim is to have a stable family, as I wished before, and just have something productive going on and on for years and years. I don't want anything that I've started to close anytime soon.
Understand, yeah.
100%.
I just want to grow and grow and grow and grow with the people around me.
That's the most exciting.
Share
part.
information, grow together, not hide any information on how to grow a business.
Help
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very nice.
Like how he was helping us before the podcast started.
Yeah, there's some fruitful
I was drilling
information
him with
which you can't share.
Some good advice there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we appreciate that. We appreciate you coming, taking the time off, coming and having a chat with us. I know we can definitely have more chats. Maybe in the near future we'll get another part 2. But before we end off, any advice you'll give to new traders and also traders that have been in the game for a while?
Well, when it comes to new traders, stay on your lane. That's the biggest and the best thing that you can do for yourself. Stay on your lane. You're not too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't rush. Don't rush it too much. It's good to rush, but don't rush it too much because it would affect your mindset if you rush it too much. So just make sure that you do it step by step. You understand what you're doing, and you move forward. Get a team. Work with people. Engage with people. Don't have fear to meet new people who trade. Go and meet new people, and always get the correct information.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, perfect.
Any last words before we end off, guys?
We're good. Let's wrap it up. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
If people are watching, it's 12 at night now.
Yeah, it is quite late.
And I'm receiving.
No, but Mr. Blue Screen,
Yeah.
thank you so much for taking your time off,
Thank you so much.
having a chat with us. Guys, thank you for coming as well. And yeah, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure to subscribe, like the video, and leave a comment who you want to see next. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.
Need to shoot film, your podcast home.